Have you ever wondered who would win the match between Bastard Munchen and PXG? Which players would end up scoring? How will this affect the rest of the story? Continue watching this video to find out. The Bastard Munchen vs Ubers match has finally come to an end. And with this, we are now onto the final and most awaited match of the Neo Egoist League, Bastard Munchen vs PXG. This match is filled with rivalries and could possibly be the best match that we see in the manga thus far. We see that Isagi has finally passed Michael Kaiser, or at least for now. Obviously, Kaiser was not very happy about his performance despite his miraculous goal, but let's skip that for now as I will be talking more about that later on. We also see that Isagi's value in the NEL has tripled from 50 million yen to 150 million yen, hence the title of the chapter, Triple Jump Up. With Isagi overtaking Baro and becoming number 2 behind Rin, it is finally time for the long-awaited rematch between Itoshi Rin and Isagi. Will this finally be the last time they go up against each other? Only time will tell. The auction rankings have also changed after the end of the latest matches. Hiyori and Raichi make it within the top 23 with just one game, and surprisingly, Zantetsu doesn't even make it to the top 23. Despite this, I see him giving Bastard Munchen a run for their money. Another notable point is that Nagi and Ryo's values have dropped after losing against Rin and the rest of PXG. Despite the loss, Chigiri was able to go up by 20 million yen and become Manshine City's highest valued player in bluelock. If you're enjoying this video so far, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to let me know that you want more videos just like this. Starting off with the first goal of the match, I believe that Rin is going to be the one who sets the tone for the rest of the game. With this goal, I see Isagi getting excited about defeating Rin, which would mark the beginning of the chaos that we are about to see on the field. However, I do see the first goal being interchanged with somebody else, whom I will talk about pretty soon. With the Rin's development, this matchup is surely going to be a tough one for Isagi, and hopefully this doesn't mean that it's going to be a one-man show again for PXG with the Rin carrying. The rest of PXG are going to have to step up, especially with the rankings that they are at right now. I expect them to be doing way better, especially for Zantetsu as he has Loki as his master striker, but we'll see what happens in this match. Next up, I see Isagi making the second goal to tie the game up and prove to Rin that he isn't that much better than him, when in reality, he probably is. Some people may say that Rin is a better Isagi just without the plot armor. With Isagi and Rin making a goal early on in the match, the probability of them scoring again is pretty low since there are just too many stars on both teams and it would be a waste to not see them shine. Instead, they'll probably end up having their defensive saves in order for us to be reminded that Rin and Isagi still exist. I see Rin and Isagi being equal at this point, and their value would end up depending on future plays and which team actually ends up winning. It's good to know that not everybody is fixated on Bastard Munchen winning. There is still a chance that PXG actually ends up winning this match. With the game tied up, I see the Rage and Fury unleashing with Kaiser making another miraculous goal to take the lead for Bastard Munchen and bring them to match point. I also mentioned that somebody else could be the one making the opening goal, and I think that would be Kaiser. If we did end up scoring the first goal, the next two goals would just be the same as I mentioned before. After what happened to Kaiser in the last match, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up popping off early in the match and didn't wait for Isagi. Instead, he lets Isagi chase him. At the end of chapter 240, Kaiser also received an offer of 320 million yen from La Real, which is the club that Sai Itoshi plays for. We know so far that Kaiser is uninterested with the offer right now because of his unsatisfaction. Since he lost to Isagi against the Ubers, he feels like he needs to redeem himself, which would imply that he's going to pop off during this game against PXG. Maybe then he would decide on whether or not he would join Itoshi Sai and La Real, assuming that his current offer would still be his best offer available. Do you think that Kaiser will join La Real? I will be talking about that in another video for another time. Moving on to the storyline that we have all been waiting for, the rivalry between Shido and Kunigami. Let's first talk about Shido. As the second option next to Itoshi Rin, it seems like he hasn't been playing like the Shido that we know of. This could be due to several reasons, such as him not getting enough touches due to Rin being their primary option, or being benched, or just not being able to coexist with the Rin on the field. Some would say that the two of them could just play at different times, but that could change the whole momentum of the team, especially when Rin is currently dominating. Despite this, I'm sure that Shido will end up playing like the demon that we know of. During the start of the match, I see Shido still asserting dominance over Kunigami despite his personality change, but it might not bother Kunigami as much. But deep inside, it still will. After all his trash talk and possible scuffle with Kunigami, I still see him backing it up with a goal of his own. Now, why would Shido even start to shine now instead of the other matches? Well, there are most likely going to be moments wherein Rin gets stopped and read by Isagi, so Shido would most likely have to be the next one to step up. Now, last but not least, I have the fallen hero coming back to score the winning goal against PXG after not being able to score during the last match. I would assume that Kunigami ends up struggling to get his own goal and get his revenge on Shido throughout the game, as his personality change might just not be enough for him to succeed. However, I do see him scoring the winning goal and finally proving Shido wrong by beating him. In this match, we will probably get his wildcard backstory throughout various chapters, just like how they did with Yukimiya and Hiyori's backstories. Based on this pattern, I can say that Kunigami will end up shining in the end. If even his personality change isn't enough, there's a chance that he goes back to his old self and becomes a hero to prove to Shido that he doesn't have to destroy himself to become great. Another plot twist would be if Kunigami chooses to pass to Isagi in the final moment in order to surpass Rin, as he feels like he still owes Isagi. However, I doubt that this would even happen. Kunigami will most likely be the hero of the match and at least show signs of his hero persona. If Isagi were to go scoreless, this would just ruin Isagi's development and the hype he has finally built up from the past 3 matches. After dethroning Kaiser during the match against the Ubers, it is not impossible for him to go scoreless in this match, as Kaiser is currently seeking for revenge. But it just doesn't seem likely no matter how much you want to see Kaiser dominate. If Kaiser were to score 2 goals in this match, then this would continue the rivalry between Isagi and Kaiser, and Isagi would have another guy he feels like he needs to beat. This match has been set up for Isagi to finally surpass Rin and challenge the new Gen 11. If he ends up beating Rin, I wouldn't really say that it is finally over, as the rivalry still might continue along the way. But if he also ends up in a stalemate with Kaiser, then we are about to witness another long rivalry in the works. To sum it all up, I believe that Bastard Munchen is taking this match 3-2, and this will end up going down as one of the best, if not the best match we'll have in the manga so far. Who do you think will win the match between Bastard Munchen and PXG? Will Isagi finally win his rematch against Rin? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have other what if ideas that you would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Have you ever wondered who the best players were during the match against the Ubers? Check this video out right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you for watching.